Okay, I assume that you've read all of the Python for Everybody material on lists. We have some exercises. So the first thing, simple task, create and print a list called West Coast containing the names of the states on the west coast of the United States. Note there are 4. So pause the video, create your list, and come back and look at my answer. Okay, you're back. I assume you've figured out the geography exercise. So the West Coast, the 4 states are Alaska, Washington, Oregon, and California. Thought you probably knew that. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Use a for loop to print the names in your list. Again, just pause the video, do the work, and then come back. You're back. I assume that you have done the work. And it's simple. We iterate through a list. We don't need to index. We just iterate over the list itself. A list is an iterable thing. Alaska, Washington, Oregon, and California, the order in which we put things in. Let's go on to the next exercise. Print the second element in your list using its index. Remember, of course, that the first index is always 0 in Python. Pause the video, come back when you're done. You're back. I assume you've done your work. So print west coast of 1, not west coast of 2, and you get Washington. Okay, next exercise. Compute and print the length of the string. It says string. I meant list. Okay, so I get some things wrong. Okay, so go ahead and do that and come back and we'll look at the result. You're back. I assume you've done it. Print len of west underscore coast. It is 4. There are 4 items. Len is the same function that you used for getting the length of strings. Len works on all sorts of different things. Print the contents, length, and type of range of 4. Print range of 4. It's range 0, 4 because the default beginning index is 0. And print len of range of 4, it is 4. And print type of range of 4, it's class range. It's interesting that its len is 4, but its type, it's not a list. In Python 2.7, range would produce a list as output. In Python 3, range is its own kind of object. So, on to the next exercise. Create and print the list opposite under corner with the names Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. Do not include Alabama. Then create the list corners by concatenating the 2 existing lists. Print corners. Okay, stop the video, do your work, and come back. So you're back. I assume you've done the work. Let's go look. There's opposite corner, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina. Printed out opposite corner. Then a created corners is the concatenation of west coast and opposite corner. And I print corners, and there is corners. South Carolina kind of dribbling off the end. Okay, well, that's all right. That's just the way this thing displays. Okay, on to the next exercise. Append North Carolina to your list using the append method. Okay, stop the video, do your work, then come back. You're back. I assume you've done your work. Corners.append. String North Carolina. Print corners. And where's North Carolina? It's back there, even dribbling farther off the end from South Carolina. The software that I use to make these slides displays a little bit strangely, but we can live with that. Okay, on to the next exercise. Insert Alabama between California and Florida. Okay, do the work. After, of course, you pause the video and come back and we'll take a look. You're back. I assume you've done the work. Corners.insert 4 is the first argument because that's where we want Alabama to be, its index to be in the resulting list. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's Alabama exactly where we wanted it. Okay, on to the next exercise. Oh, this is different. P, Q, and R are three Boolean variables. On separate lines, print out every possible combination of the three. What does this have to do with lists? And the answer is that you're going to do this by creating a list called truth values or something like that, and then have nested loops which iterate through that list, once for P, once for Q, and once for R. Okay, think about that. This will probably take a few minutes. So pause the video and go do your thing, and then come back and see the way I did it. So there's the list, truth values. It's the list consisting of true and false. So for P and truth values, colon, for Q and truth values, colon, for R and truth values, colon, print P, comma, Q, comma, R. And there are the 8 possible values of P, Q, and R, ranging from true, true, true to false, false, false. Okay, and that's the end of this wonderful slideshow. So we'll get something else for you to do.